Season 1 of Picard is 10 episodes. We just passed the halfway point, so I thought I would do a special mid-season video. This won't be a story so far video. This will be a character study done in 2 parts. The first part will be character background and where they are now, and the second half of the video will be an explanation of character archetypes in Picard. Hugh was a former Borg drone rescued by the Enterprise D, who, when cut off from the collective, exhibited traits of individuality. He, Seven, and Picard are all a part of the ex-Borg club, and it's hard not to see that come into play somewhere down the road. Soji Asha. We now know Soji is a synthetic life form, although she does not know that herself. She works at the Borg artifact where she was sent by Bruce Maddox to investigate a conspiracy. She has an affinity for ex-Borg. Her twin Daj was killed by a Romulan hit squad. She's involved with Narek, who she suspects is Romulan intelligence. Ramda has accused her of being the destroyer from a Romulan prophecy. Narek is a Romulan who seems to be playing both sides of the fence. Under the supervision of his sister Narissa, who is secretly aligned with members of the Federation, he is supposed to be investigating Soji. It's unknown with whom his loyalties will eventually end up. Dr. Agnes Jurade is the world's leading expert on synthetic life forms. She was involved with Bruce Maddox, who was trying to clone data from a neuron of his positronic net. When Picard visits her and tells her Maddox may have been successful, she insists on going with Picard to find Maddox. Unfortunately for Maddox, when they do find him, she kills him. She apparently was given information so powerful, she felt she had no choice. Elnor. Elnor was an orphan Romulan boy who was taken in by the Kuat Malat on Vashti during the Romulan relocation. Friended by Picard as he supervised the relocation, they became close. Elnor was hurt by the fact that Picard had not returned to Vashti after the Mars attack. In that time, he became a skilled warrior. When Picard returns, Elnor binds himself to his cause, under the condition that Elnor only attack when Picard says to. 7 of 9. Annika Hansen was a child when she was assimilated by the Borg and given the designation 7 of 9. Cut off from the collective, she was taken in on the Voyager and set out to reclaim her humanity with the help of Captain Janeway. She currently is a Fenris Ranger, helping those who can't help themselves. She recently has taken revenge on the woman who killed Icheb, an ex-Borg who Seven had come to love as a son. She and Picard share a bond of being ex-Borg, and she has given Picard a device to call for her if he needs her. Rios is the captain of La Serena. He is an associate of Raffi, and she recommends Rios to Picard when he needs a ship. He is ex-Starfleet, who Raffi refers to as a brooding existential spaceman. His ship is full of emergency hologram versions of himself. He holds Picard in very high regard and seems to be okay when Picard takes command of the situation. Raffi is also ex-Starfleet. Calls Picard JL, and they worked closely together during the Romulan relocation. She obsessed over a conspiracy involving the Conclave of Eight so much that she neglected her family and had a substance abuse problem. She goes with Picard to Freecloud to reconcile with her son Gabriel, but he rejects her when he sees she won't let go of her conspiracy theory and hasn't changed. Jean-Luc Picard had a very long and storied career in Starfleet until the Mars attack. After failing to convince Starfleet to continue to help the Romulans, he resigned. He left everything behind to retire to the family vineyard, abandoning the Romulans, Elnor, and Raffi. Now 94, he's visited by Daj, who he discovers may be the daughter of Data. She's killed by a secret Romulan hit squad. Picard learns from Dr. Jurade that Bruce Maddox was trying to clone Data, and if he was successful, would have created twins. Picard sets out to find Daj's sister. His reinstatement to Starfleet is rejected, and he also learns that he would not be medically cleared for space duty. This leads him back to Raffi, who brings in Rios and his ship, and along with Dr. Jurade, they set out to find Dahj's sister. In storytelling, Joseph Campbell's hero's journey, or the monomyth, involves a story where the hero goes on an adventure, and in a decisive crisis wins a victory, and then comes home changed or transformed. Character archetypes are the roles each character play in the hero's journey. The character archetypes of Picard are very similar to those of Firefly. There have been many analyses of the character archetypes in Firefly, but they don't agree on much of anything at all. Character archetypes are not a hard and fast model for episodic TV. They are more like guidelines. I hesitated even discussing the hero, because in episodic TV, sometimes in standalone episodes, one episode you're the outlaw, in the next episode you're the hero. But obviously, in the majority of the episodes, in Firefly the hero is Malcolm Reynolds, and in Picard it's Jean-Luc Picard. The outlaw is the rogue who doesn't play by the rules. In Firefly, again, that's Malcolm Reynolds. In Picard, it's Rios. The sage is a wise figure or mentor. In Firefly, that would be Book, and in Picard, that's Picard. The ally, or the loyal companion. In Firefly, that's Zoe, and in Picard, that's Raffi. The jester is there for comic relief and to speak uncomfortable truths. In Firefly, that's Wash. In Picard, it's the various emergency hologram versions of Rios. The shapeshifter is a character of questionable loyalties. In Firefly, that's Jane. In Picard, I think that's actually going to end up being Agnes, given her behavior in Episode 5. The caregiver is the character that looks out for the other characters. I think in Firefly that would be Inara, although many analyses put her as a maiden. In Picard, I really have not seen a caregiver character yet. The Threshold Guardian is the character that stands in the way of important turning points. I did not put a character there for Firefly. Some people argue it could be Simon. Again, sometimes it varies on the episode. In Picard, I think you would have to call Seven the Threshold Guardian. The biggest turning point so far in Picard is finding Bruce Maddox, and Seven is pivotal in whether they will or will not achieve that goal. The Innocent is the character with good intentions. In Firefly, that's Kaylee. In Picard, that's Elnor. And if you think about it, for both characters in both shows, the first time they were ever off their home planet was when they joined the crews of their respective ships. The Everyman is the relatable character who reacts for the audience. In Firefly, I believe that's Simon. And in Picard, I originally had Agnes here until, again, Episode 5. But for now, I'm going to leave her there. Again, another instance in both shows where two characters are functioning the same. The Magician is a character with some sort of magical power. In Firefly, that's River. In Picard, that's Soji. The Herald is the character that calls the hero to action. Again, in Firefly, that's River. And in Picard, that's Soji. I also thought it was very interesting to note how similar the ship names are. La Serena and Serenity. This was a very interesting video to make, and it would be interesting to do character studies of other shows. If you liked the video, share, comment, like, subscribe.